When upgrading your workspace, one of the biggest decisions is choosing between an ultrawide monitor and a dual monitor setup. Both offer more screen space than a standard display, but they serve different needs. Both options provide plenty of workspace, but they do it differently. I always have multiple tabs open, and with a second screen I can have everything open at once rather than having windows layered on top of each other. This creates a seamless workspace that's ideal for multitasking, video editing, and immersive gaming. If you watch movies, ultrawides can't be beat for movies in a super wide aspect ratio. Everything looks so more cinematic, and curved monitors really do feel like IMAX. Many ultrawide monitors use a 21:9 aspect ratio, which only gives you about 33% more space than on a widescreen panel. Only the super ultrawides with a 32:9 aspect ratio actually offer double the desktop space, and those can be too wide and take up too much space for some people. Dual monitors provide separate screens, allowing you to dedicate one display for a specific task. For example, you might keep email or chat open on one screen while working on documents or creative projects on the other. If you think other people could benefit from this guide, can you click the like button so that this is shown to more people? Thanks! For productivity, the best choice depends on how you work. An ultrawide monitor makes it easy to arrange multiple applications side by side without interruption. Many users enjoy the flexibility of treating one large screen like several virtual displays. With an ultrawide, you can easily span 3 documents or apps side by side, which eliminates tab switching. Ultrawides are not well suited to being in a vertical position, and even if you did, you'd probably have to crane your neck up just to see the center. A vertical display can be a game changer for software developments and content creators, though. If you work in a remote office environment, you may run into issues with an ultrawide monitor. If you have to share your screen, sharing your entire desktop is a lot easier, and everyone will have to squint to see what you're showing. Sure, you can target a particular window, but if you have 5 browser windows open, it's easy to pick the one that you don't want anyone to see. Dual monitors excel when tasks naturally belong on separate screens. Professionals who frequently switch between applications often appreciate the clear separation. If you do choose dual monitors, make sure both are running at the same resolution, as it's easy for there to be a hook that your mouse gets caught in when you're trying to change focus between screens. Color grading is a lot simpler on an ultrawide, as you don't have to match another display. With multiple monitors, you have to color grade the main display that you do most of your work on, and then make the other monitor match it. This is a lot trickier if your monitors are not identical. When it comes to gaming, ultrawide monitors have a clear advantage. The wider field of view is way more immersive and allows you to use your peripheral vision. In racing and flight sims, they're downright impressive and feel way more real. If you do game on multiple monitors, there'll be a bezel in the center, which is usually where you're aiming in a first-person shooter. Because of the bezel, some people opt for a 3-monitor solution or just game on a single monitor. You can use a second monitor differently, like displaying stats, game guides, system load, or streaming chat. Getting a game to run on multiple monitors usually requires some setup and can be tricky. You may have to set up a custom resolution in your graphics card software. For ultrawides, some games do not support ultrawide resolutions, but many support 21:9 aspect ratios. You may have trouble getting 32:9 to work without setting up some custom resolution in your graphics card software. If a game is limited to 16:9, then there'll be black bars on the sides, but at least your game will be centered. If you stream video games, an ultrawide can also be tricky. Many streaming services expect a 16:9 aspect ratio, so you either clip off your game on the sides, hiding the HUD and other important game stats, or everyone will see black bars on the top and bottom of the screen. I hope you're finding a lot of good information on how to choose the right monitor for you. I have other videos about setting up your computer and how to fix problems, so if you haven't already, could you click the subscribe button? That way you'll know when new stuff is published. An ultrawide monitor typically creates a cleaner, more streamlined setup with fewer cables and only one display to manage. Curved ultrawides have a usability advantage and compensate for their size by keeping the distance between your eye and the pixel the same. On a flat screen, the distance to the far left and the far right sides of the monitor is further. So those with prescription lenses, like myself, will greatly appreciate everything on the screen staying in focus. Getting 2 computers running on an ultrawide can be tricky. Some support two physical inputs at the same time, but others like my LG 45GX90SA only support one physical port, and the other by Screencast or one of its built-in software apps, like a streaming service or a web browser. Even then, since most use a 21:9 aspect ratio, your computer will be outputting a non-standard resolution or it'll be squished. Only 32:9 ultrawides would offer a seamless dual computer experience. Dual monitors can require more desk space and additional cable management, but they offer greater flexibility. You can adjust each monitor independently or upgrade one display without replacing the entire setup. With dual monitors, it's very easy to snap applications to the sides, so you can easily set up 4 windows all without compromising a comfortable reading size. Ultrawides can be heavy and take up a lot of desk space, especially the curved ones. Use an Ergotron monitor arm to float the monitor above your desk. Check the weight of your monitor for what your arm supports. Monitor arms for dual screens can also be tricky, as you either have 2 separate arms or one base with 2 arms. Getting them to line up and stay put together can be tricky. I use Velcro on the sides to keep them together. One thing about 2 monitor arms is that you can easily flip one or both into vertical mode easily. An ultrawide is a lot more straightforward to set up, as it only requires one power adapter and one display cable for each computer connected to it. If you use a KVM or use the monitor's USB hub, this is also easy to configure. Multiple monitors require an additional power plug, space to put the additional power brick, and routing the display cables is trickier, especially if you're using multiple computers or have a KVM set up. Pricing varies, but dual monitors can often be more budget-friendly, especially if you already own one display. Ultrawide monitors may cost more upfront, particularly larger models with high refresh rates and premium features. However, an ultrawide can simplify your workspace and reduce the need for multiple accessories. This video is just one part of a guide on essential office gear. To see more, click the thumbnail at the end of this video and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything new. Thank you. Choose an ultrawide monitor if you want a seamless workspace, immersive gaming experience, and a cleaner desk setup. Choose dual monitors if you prefer separate workspaces, maximum flexibility, and potentially lower costs. Ultimately, the best choice comes down to your workflow, your budget, and how you use your computer.